So obviously, as someone who makes videos, I consider myself kind of a creative person. And so as more human tasks begin to be taken over by automated machines in our culture, something I wonder about a lot is, will I ever be replaced by a machine, and will other artists be replaced by machines? So I want to look at the state of the art in machine-created visual arts and say, where are things now? Where can they go? But really the deeper question is, firstly, what is art? And secondly, can machines really ever create art? So the first example I want to take a look at of machine-created visual arts is Deep Dream, which is a Google project, came out a while ago. The first people to collaborate with machines and create art with the Deep Dream algorithm put on an exhibition in San Francisco, organized by the Gray Area Foundation of the Arts. And so artists like Mike Tyker, Mario Klingem, Josh Nimoy, and Alexander Mortensev sold canvases printed with Deep Dream images. The second example is the neural style algorithm. So this takes an understanding on some level of paintings by, for example, Van Gogh, like The Starry Night, takes an input image and then learns the style, paints the input image in the style of that painter. Kristen Stewart, yes, that Kristen Stewart did a whole movie, a short film, where scenes from it were rendered using this algorithm in the style of the painting which originally inspired the entire film. The huge elephant in the room is that no one's really ever agreed on what art is. I'm going to massively oversimplify thousands of years of art history and philosophy and say that it boils down to two things: process versus product. On the process side, we have the romantic expressivist view of what art is, which is that the artist, as a conscious, subjective experience of reality, takes in all of that experience and then somehow synthesizes a work of art from that. And so it's all about that process of experience, expression. That's what art is. On the product side of the argument, in general, in computer science, there's this idea of the Turing test, which is a way of telling if a computer has reached a human level intellect. So there's a version of that for art and creativity, which is that if we take art that's been created by machines and randomly give that to people, can they tell the difference between that and art which has been created by a human? And I think the answer to that is yes, they've already passed that, because I've made stuff that with neural style algorithms and people haven't told the difference. Back on the process side again, there's the scientific disenchantment argument, which says that let's not be precious about humans being special. Let's look at what we're doing as human artists, and what actually is happening is that we're bringing in our conscious experience, we're downloading this data about reality, and we're synthesizing works of art based on that and based on our understanding of where we fit in the critical landscape of other artists. And so why should machines be any different from that? The pre-modern idea of what art is mimesis, which means imitation. So in other words, can we, if we're drawing a cave painting of a buffalo, can we get very close to what a buffalo looks like in real life? And if you look at Deep Dream, what it's doing is based on a description of, let's say, a bird, then synthesizes new images of its imagination of what a bird looks like, and actually gets quite close to reality in a lot of ways. So if we use that definition, yeah, mimesis, computers make mimesis art. Also, I think we should be open to the possibility that machines can create art that's unique to machines, but it's still art. Okay, so what's next? Well, this question really just opens up so many more questions. For example, what is unique about humanness versus machineness? And if we decide that personal subjective experience of reality is essential to the creation of art, well then, can machines ever have that? And if so, can they, because they're not limited to this human scale perception of reality, can they have a personal subjective experience and therefore create art that spans their entire network of the planet? And finally, is there a point when we are ready to stop calling artificial intelligence artificial? Because Zach Leary, for example, has this idea that as apples fall from an apple tree, well, robots fall from a human tree, so they're natural too. Thank you so much for watching and coming on this kind of crazy journey with me. And also, I'm making these videos for you. So if you have an idea that you'd love me to explore in the next video, then please say so in the comments or send me an email. Or if you just want to connect and say, hey, I'd love that too, please do that. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want to see the next one, please subscribe. And finally, if you know someone who you think would really resonate with the ideas in this video, then please do share that with them. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.